So, if you've watched the news at all, will have come across and seen that the congressional hearings for TikTok just happened a few days ago, in which they had the representative for TikTok in the United States, and they grilled him. They asked him a bunch of questions. They said, pretty simply, does TikTok spy on us? Does TikTok have a lot of the information on the United States people? And very much grilling this man over and over again. And I'm not going to deny it. He did kind of avoid the questions in many ways. And people made their grandstand on the soapbox. And the conservatives stood up and said, TikTok is evil. They don't have American values, whatever those are anymore, unfortunately. I don't think we can really represent ourselves with our deals too much anymore. Maybe back 30, 40 years ago we could have. But today, I think what comes out of the United States, unfortunately, is very horrid. Now, that doesn't mean it will be that way forever. We can change it, but currently it does not look good for us. But in all seriousness, I was thinking about this, and I've heard this quite a bit from a lot of right-wing people, and I've heard this from a lot of other conservatives as well. Mark Dice, I watched his video on TikTok, and he said, TikTok is so horrible. But I remember a few videos ago, and I don't know if it's still up or not. This is something I need to check. But Mark Dice has a TikTok account himself. Yet he constantly grills the app, says it's horrible, says it's just ruining the youth. Well, I'm sorry, but we're on YouTube. YouTube can do that very much the same way as TikTok can. YouTube is just as bad as TikTok, if not, honestly, a little bit worse. And when I mean it's a little bit worse, in that it's very corporatized. If you don't have an account and you don't have really any information on you that you like certain different YouTube accounts, they're going to mostly push MSNBC, CNN, all that sort of, Oscars, the late night shows. They're going to push that all on you. So they're going to push you into, obviously a liberal agenda, but they're going to push that on you. Whereas TikTok, it very much is what you want. So if you're obsessed with books, there's book talk. If you're obsessed with sports, you're going to be a lot of sports coming your way. Now, obviously, do they get that information via your searches? Yeah, without a doubt. But in all honesty, every single website you go on anymore, anytime you click on there, it says, accept cookies, accept cookies. Well, it's not giving you a sweet treat. They're getting your information. Now, if I'm honest with everybody, a lot of times they get that information and they just sell you things. It's not necessarily as nefarious as a lot of people would make it out to be. Now, can they have your information for nefarious reasons? Absolutely. They do that all the time as well. But one of the things that I like about TikTok, and trust me, there's a lot of issues with that platform as well. I mean, you obviously have your attention span getting killed. I mean, you have 6-second videos that'll just drain your attention span even slower or quicker, faster, whatever it's going to be, and it's just going to make your attention span like a dog, like 1, 2, 3, and you look away. And that's definitely an issue. But I think TikTok has a lot of good values in it too. Like, I've had a lot of videos about history, on math. I mean, I had one video just recently where I taught how to multiply fractions. And that's something I haven't done in a long time. But if that was something that a young kid wanted to learn about, he could easily go on TikTok and learn about it. Now, is there a lot of dumb things on there, like cat videos or, girls doing degenerate things, guys doing degenerate things as well, stupid things that you just waste your time, waste hours upon hours on that app? Absolutely. But it's hypocritical for any of us who are on YouTube making content to say that, YouTube's so much better, because it's really not. And if anything, TikTok really reminds me of old school YouTube. As somebody who grew up in 2007, 2008, 2009, when YouTube was really in its infancy and just starting to grow more and more every single year, YouTube back then was very much cat videos and stupid degenerate stuff. I mean, it still somewhat is today, but it really reminds me, TikTok does, of a early on and a less decentralized version of YouTube, where it's very content creator friendly, where it helps you out a lot, where it can be great things and useful for you. But TikTok, much like Google, is a representation of what you value. If you're on there looking up degenerate things, you're going to destroy yourself, and it's something that you need to cut off. But if you use it correctly and you spend a limited amount of time on there, it can really help you and benefit you. But another hypocrisy that I see with wanting to ban TikTok is, well, are you for freedom of speech? Are you for now regulating the markets and the economy by, congressional hearings and by bureaucrats telling you which websites you can use, which sites will be banned? Now, the argument against this would be, well, it's a foreign company. Okay, There's a lot of other foreign companies as well that have the United States that we still use. But in a way, too, I'm not saying that a foreign company having your information is all that great, because it can be definitely an issue. But I would honestly say it's a little bit less dangerous to have a foreign company. Yeah, you can have bad things happen to you if they have your information. But in all honesty, who would you rather have your information? People locally here at home who know you, who live with you, or somebody halfway across the world who you will more than likely never meet? Obviously, you can see the danger with people locally having your information. And that's the thing, too. Every time you go on Google, YouTube, Facebook, I mean, how much of your information is given away on those platforms? Quite a bit. I've used these platforms almost every single day. Yet nobody is screaming from the top of the rooftops, oh, ban this, ban YouTube, ban Facebook, ban Instagram, ban any other website here in the United States. Nobody's screaming for that, yet they do the exact same thing. I mean, if you go on Amazon currently, and let's say you look up something that you may have in the back of your mind, and all of a sudden something else that you were thinking about pops up. And it's that meme where you look at it and you say, oh, well, have you ever been on Amazon and you just saw something that you told not one single soul, and yet it popped out on Amazon, and you knew right away, like, oh, that was a little bit creepy. Yeah, it's because they know you. It's because they collect data on you to sell you things. And it's really ironic because we're all very afraid, and rightfully so in a lot of ways, of this tyrannical government that has all your information, that knows everything about you. But it seems the more that these companies find out about you, they don't really want to go out and kill you as much as they just want to sell you crap, as much as they want you just to be a consumer and buy things. So that's the ultimate fear that we have to have, is they're just going to sell you things, and you're going to buy material goods that are clutter up your house, and you're going to sell for a quarter of the price. I mean, that's not good, but trust me, that's not as bad as it could be with the USSR. But another issue as well is, okay, if you're going to make the moral argument for banning TikTok, well, what about the moral argument for banning the other websites? I mean, I don't even need to say what the websites are online. You simply know them without me even having to say them. The ones that really will destroy your brain, the ones that really will mess up your mind. And I don't even need to say what they are. You know what they are. But nobody's going to cry and scream from the top of the rooftops, ban these websites, even though they are more dangerous and more harmful to you and your brain than TikTok is. So at the end of this, like I said, I don't think TikTok is this amazing website. If anything, I think that the way, yes, China does TikTok is probably more beneficial for their people versus how the United States is. Because in China, I believe that they have their websites or the way the TikToks are set up is it's much more science oriented. It's much more, hey, mathematics. And if you just consistently scroll on TikTok, they will say, hey, I think you've been scrolling for a long time. I think you need to go outside and do something. Touch grass, literally. So they'll go out there and they'll help you out. And I think that's the big issue is the way the TikTok is currently. I mean, you could literally spend all day, every day, scrolling, and it will never end because there's no regulation on it. There's nothing to help us out and to stop the madness. So, in my personal opinion, is TikTok great? Maybe not, but I still think it has some value to it. Like any of these social media websites, I think there's a lot of value to it, and I think they're really going after it because it is decentralized. You know, YouTube is very centralized now, and it pushes all the alphabet companies, unfortunately. So, as I said, I think TikTok isn't amazing, but I think it's better than what it could be and what a lot of people are making it out to be. And I think if people were more consistent about, hey, I think we need to regulate some of these other websites as well, because, you know, you look on Instagram, how many young girls are absolutely destroying their bodies because they look at somebody who is photoshopped and saying, oh, I'm going to be just like that girl, even though that girl is as real as a $3 bill. So, at the end of this talk, I just hope that you were able to learn something, and I hope it's something interesting. God bless you.